the great Louis Anderson, God rest his soul, he said this to me. I made a documentary about heckling and stuff.
I remember.
And he said in the movie, resentment is the only thing that eats its own container.
Oh, wow. That's profound.
Profound. I could cry. Like,
yeah.
Basically, he's saying when you hate, you're only doing yourself a disservice.
Tell us about a moment where you wish you would have said something and you didn't. There's nothing better than this. Say what you mean. 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 Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Aida Rodriguez, and welcome to another episode of Say What You Mean, where people stop by to share those moments where they wish they would have said something and they didn't. I start every episode with my own Say What You Mean, and this one goes out to a producer that I worked with, who I was auditioning for a game show with, and slowly tried to convince me to do a reality show about dating and comedians. And when I spoke to her and told her that I wasn't interested in that wasn't what I wanted to do with my career, she became upset and belligerent and also just downright offensive and told me that I didn't have the right to choose what kind of show I would be in because I was basically a nobody. And I didn't say anything. I spoke to my manager. My manager said, let's just be cordial and part ways. But what I really wanted to say was, you know what? I'm so tired of hearing people telling me who they think I should be and what I should be, but you have no right to tell somebody that they are nobody because they don't want to be a fucking clown on a reality show begging for a man because that's what you see when you see me. So I hope you heal, but no, I am better than a reality show that is based in the dating world, and I don't have to have TV credits for that. Onward and forward. Our next guest is an actor, a producer, and a comedian. You've seen him in the Scary Movie franchise. You've seen him in Malibu's Most Wanted. You've seen him in Don't Suck. And now you get to see him here on Say What You Mean. Give it up for Mr. Jamie Kennedy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm laughing. You're coming in hot.
I know.
You're coming in hot.
Why? Why am I coming in hot?
Well, because you said something. You said, nope. And you were... I have to say, though, that reality is so different than when it was.
Yeah.
But you would never do a reality show?
I mean, I've been asked to do reality shows before, and I don't have interest in doing them. I think I would get in trouble constantly if I did a reality show.
That'd be good TV.
That would be good TV, but not good for me, right?
No, yeah.
Also, I don't watch reality shows. Like, I've never seen an episode of Atlanta Housewives or Jersey Shore. It's not my thing. Like, I never wanted to do that. I would love to host a game show. I think hosting a game show would be fun. But she wanted to do Real Housewives with comedians. And a lot of people have tried to do that. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's good TV.
And I like that you didn't use the name. But that was like...
Oh, I don't have to take her down. Like, she knows who she is. But she was very upset with me and she really thought, like, who does she think she is to say no to this? And I was like, I've never wanted to have my personal life play out on a reality show. What about you?
I mean, well, you have the choice to make whatever you want. So that's weird that somebody would get that mad at you. But
I know. She was ugly. Would you do a reality show?
I would have said no, but the whole business has changed.
It's upside down.
It's totally upside down. It's so different. I mean, you name movies that I would do. I would have 3 auditions a day for a $10 million movie. And, you would get one and they would make, little comedies.
Right.
I was talking to my buddy the other day, like, where's pilot season? That's gone.
It is gone.
I was talking to him about, where are we even shooting stuff here? It's not here.
Right.
So the whole business is completely different. I do think we have it good because we are live entertainers. So you build the tribe, and hopefully they consume what you make, whether it's your podcast, your live shows, your merch. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's different. I'd probably be open to it.
You would be? What do you love more, comedy or acting?
Always a tough question. I used to love acting more because it was easier in the sense of you get pampered, you have the responsibilities. All you have to do is just do what they tell you to do and your interpretation of it. And in comedy, I would go and I would do great in a scene and I would go and play a club and I would just bomb.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I putting myself through this? Now, comedy more.
Now, comedy more.
And more because it's more important than ever.
Right.
Comedians are the last line of what we believe is some sort of honest truth. Obviously, you want to escape and give people a laugh, but also I think it's our job to talk about honest things. And the world has been nuts the last 5 years. So comedy to me is the most important art form, more than music. Musicians have pushed out.
Yeah.
I think comedians are the ones pushing the envelope.
You said 5 years. I would argue even more than 5 years. We've been dealing with craziness.
Some people say 10. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, no.
2019.
You see the world changing, and we also see a lot of people playing out all their wounds and their issues because everybody has a microphone. Everybody has an audience. Even if you have 20 people following you, that's an audience. That's way more than a lot of people are used to. How important do you think words are?
Wow, that's a good question. Very important. Only recently. Very important. I believe in manifestation. I see it happening. I see it right in front of us. I've naturally done it without me self-knowing it. I see the science of stuff. Like there was a test, I believe a Japanese scientist, and he said words at water, and when they were ugly words, the water was very ugly, and then when they were beautiful words, it was beautiful. This was under a microscope. It was a whole test about the power of words. So I believe they're real. I try not to say. I don't want to speak anything. I don't try not to say anything because I don't want to speak it into existence if I don't want it. And that's just changed over the last 2 years for me. And before I didn't care.
My metaphysics. So you've been practicing metaphysics. Did you do ayahuasca?
Never did it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think we're learning so much between AI and all. We all can discuss with each other on the internet. So we're seeing all these theories. But there are. I would have considered that crunchy 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Man. Like an Oregon hippie.
Yeah.
But there's actual science to this stuff now. So I'm like, whoa. So I believe in it. I really believe in, I try not to, I really don't want to be negative. Like if I don't like something, I never try to say it, but or an and. I just go, you look great today.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't need this help. But those shoes.
No,
you look great today. That's it.
Yeah, that's good. It's funny is the internet, they specialize in that, right? And I always say, like, I'm not a big country music person, but I would never go to Garth Brooks's page and be like, this is trash. I just don't listen to country music. But I feel like some people really, like I said, they're playing out their issues. They were probably ignored or abandoned. So the internet is where they get to show up and say, my voice needs to be heard. I don't like your comedy. Yeah.
I had something about this last night. I'm trying to remember exactly what I said, but I was talking about this. Is that attention is the new currency.
Yeah, scary.
No matter what it is.
Yep.
I was raised, I believe, in the same era as you. If we had the internet in the early 90s, you were doing it because you could dance, you could rap, you could act, you could be funny. You were a fashionista, whatever. You did something. Now it's just people go on and
I made a hot dog today.
Yeah, or they want to tell you how much your hot dog sucks.
Yeah,
and why you shouldn't eat. Why you should. So there's something in, I forget what I had a point, but the negativity. People literally make a career out of criticizing.
Yeah,
and that's only in the last 15 years since the net got big with feedback. Everybody was able to leave a comment.
Yeah,
and I got caught up in that. I believe this is going to sound hippie again, low vibrational, meaning when if someone talks about you,
That's
then
really grown up of you.
Well, thank you. Ooh, knock on wood. But like, if you say something about my shoes, you don't like my shoes, and then I comment back, you got me.
Yep.
You got me.
Yeah.
And I'm in a 4 or 5 comment thread about my shoes where I'm like, why am I don't need to disrespect you. I just need to ignore you. Yeah. Because if not, you got pulled down. And I really believe that.
Yeah.
You get pulled into that. So I try not to give power to things I don't want to. I know it sounds hippie-ish, but ever since the pandemic, like, I have looked at things a lot different.
I mean, that's your evolution. And then whatever it may look like to somebody else, that's their problem. But you're right. Because I remember when the most scandalous criticism I ever saw on TV was when Joan Rivers and then would criticize somebody's outfit on a red carpet or it was like, ooh, now people just destroy people on the internet. And
they're going over, that was tame.
Yeah,
they're going after people's...
The fashion police. They were the fashion police.
They're going after people's livelihoods. They're going after their character. They're going after their family. They're going after their beliefs. They go after people. People are just... We've lost empathy.
Yeah.
The fashion police was light. It's fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything bad. But we've lost empathy in this world. And people are just... It's wild.
There is also an abundance of self-righteousness amongst people. And so like I think yesterday I was irritated because Gavin Newsom made this video about how they have to sue the administration because the taxes are going to be very, very unbalanced for California because of the way California's economy is. And of course, I made the mistake of going into the comment section where people were like, I don't like this man. I don't trust him because of his hair. Or his people were like his pants are too tight, and I'm like, yo, he is fighting for our survival right now because if these taxes go up again, it's gonna get really ugly for some people. But the truth is that no matter who you like politically or you don't, they're not gonna get it all right, and nobody's gonna get it all right. Or your favorite celebrity or your favorite singer, everybody makes mistakes. So where do you draw the line on who you hate? Because for me, I'm like, you got to make your deal breakers. Like, they did some inappropriate shit. I don't with that person anymore. But I can't get upset with somebody because they make a mistake because we all make mistakes, right?
Mm-hmm. Don't hate.
Don't
hate anyone.
You really on the hip shit, though. I love it.
Well, it's because when, the great Louis Anderson, God rest his soul, he said this to me. I made a documentary about heckling and stuff.
I remember.
And he said in the movie, resentment is the only thing that eats its own container.
Oh, wow. That's profound.
Profound. I could cry. Basically, he's saying when you hate, you're only doing yourself a disservice.
So I watched that documentary and I saw your physical form change from the beginning to the end of the documentary. I could see how you were affected by the negativity that you encountered in that documentary. Because I remember commenting about it. Like, really? Yes. Well,
like it got worse?
Not that it got worse, but I could see how you were affected by the negativity in the... I mean, I forgot that you did Heckler, but when you said it, it just triggered. Because I could just see from the beginning of the documentary to the end how you were affected by it. Because people don't realize, like you said, the power of the word, that when they're throwing negativity on people, it affects you.
Yeah, I had to do that documentary. I was compelled. That was hitting in a time in my life where everything was converging. I was starring in movies. I was headlining clubs and colleges, and the internet was exploding. Literally, it was like the year Amazon allowed you to do feedback on like products. So everyone started getting a voice. I wouldn't have talked about a celebrity ever. And then I saw people talking about the biggest stars, like in the IMDb. I'm like, what? Yeah. Like, how can you, like, I wouldn't do that. Like, I want to work. Plus, it's like, that's a person, like, that's like over there. That's like this royalty. Obviously, things have changed, but I try to use common decency. But when I did the documentary, I had to do it because I didn't understand. I really, we get in this business. Let's be real. We all want love. Yeah. We all want attention. People can say, oh, I like doing this and that. No, come on. There's something in us that is lacking that we have to feed that we want to stand in a room of people and get their approval. And so when the internet starts coming for you,
Yep.
you're like, what why did I do? I had to learn about the psychology of people. There's good points in those comments, but there's a lot of people that are dissatisfied with their own existence.
Yeah.
And so they want to go, oh, silver shoe, f you.
Yes.
Silver shoe, come on.
Yeah, the silver
You know what I
shoe
mean?
bitch. Silver
Look
shoe
at her.
bitch.
You think you're Dorothy? You know what I mean? Fucking, you know what
Why
I mean?
you roasting me?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just saying. You know,
You say you think you're Dorothy?
no, I'm saying you have nice shoes on, but they'll find something problem with it.
Every you know, it's funny. I did a show with Neil Brennan in New York, and you know he's been doing ayahuasca, and he's been like taking people, and it's you can see it, like a piece in him that I never saw before. Although Neil Brennan has never really been a very like erratic guy, he's always been pretty even keel, but even more. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm on a whole nother level of consciousness." Like, and he was like, "If you want, I'll take you." He's like, I'm just trying to make the world a better place. And I started thinking about how people love comedians when their energy is like, now that you can see people saying, Neil Brennan has changed, or even with Bill Burr, like people, because Bill Burr has been talking more about his own experiences, the things that happen, and people are like, you got soft. And like, do you feel any pressure as a comedian to have to be hard as a comic or say harsh things to get a response from an audience?
No, never feel that. But I mean, our job is to be funny. I also think we should be insightful. Like, you want to be funny and you loosen up their defenses, and then you slowly start hitting them with your beliefs and try to get them on your side.
Right.
But I do feel that, we're going to have opinions, and we're allowed to have them. And that is literally the definition of our job. We're supposed to look at something and go, that's a little off, right? We're supposed to find there's something in that. So no, I don't think it's, you can have everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. And so I do think that, you have to try to expose things. And I think that it just depends on what you believe in.
Can you think of a moment where you wish you would have said something and you didn't?
Yeah, I mean, I have a whole life of that. I mean, unfortunately,
Same.
I wish I would have said no to certain movies. You know what I mean?
Really?
Well, yeah, I mean, but I wish I would have said yes to this movie. You know what I mean? I mean, specifically off the top of my head, I think that I have to think. But I mean, there's a lot of things. My whole thing was, I think the more you become you show your true authentic self in our business, we've had to jump through hoops
All the time.
Right?
It's exhausting.
Exhausting. And this new liberation of what we have here, it's like we're all going to build our own little kingdoms, I say. And people want that. I think we're in the era of authenticity.
Yeah.
So I believe that as long as I'm respectful, being who I am, as long as I'm respectful of others, I think that's the best thing for me. And I think they want people, because the audiences gravitate toward it. I think we're in a world of lies and everyone's seeing everything and no one knows what to believe. And we're just like, what's the truth? And if you speak it to somebody, if they believe what you're saying is honest, then I think you'll have a good crowd. That makes sense.
So if you could have said no to a movie, what movie would it have been?
It's not that I would have said no. I don't know. I can't say that. I want to say.
Okay.
I want to say. I just want to say. There are things in my career that I wish I could have done in a different way. I believed in what I did when I did the movie,
Right.
but I don't like the fact that it didn't turn out a certain way, and the fact that to this day people just come for it, and it's like, you don't understand. We really made a certain movie, but I'm not in charge of the editing.
Right.
I'm not in charge of
I understand that.
I'm not in charge of everything. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
And it just hurts when you put a year of your life into something.
Yeah.
And in 1 hour it's gone.
Yes.
It comes out and go, it's gonna bomb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like but that's why we do what we do.
Yeah. You know, I've seen it a lot because I have friends who are filmmakers or actors that have been in movies and the movie got canceled, but the people who don't have a grasp of how the entertainment business works. They don't know, like a movie is a filmmaker's medium. As we said, somebody said here yesterday, it is the writer, the director, the editor. All those people assemble themselves to tell that story, but your face is the one that's on it. And then you got to hear people come up to you and say, "I can't believe y'all did that in that movie." But I understand what you're saying, and I think we all have something, especially because we have to now wait to see how things age. Right? You can do something right now and you think you're doing the best service, and then in 15 years, it could be something that group of society, those people think, the babies that are on the iPads now, be like, this is unacceptable. I can't believe they made this.
Or they'll like it. There are things
like
that they don't like then and then they really like now.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So that's why that movie I was talking about is actually getting new legs.
Yeah.
But in terms of what have I said, I think...
that you wish you would have said.
Such a deep question. Does everyone come prepared with that answer?
I think everybody has somebody was like, well, yesterday, Frankie Quinones was here and he was talking about the man at Starbucks that was rude to him, and he didn't say anything. And he wished he would have said something to the guy. And it was really funny. I think everybody has those moments.
You know what? I actually want to reverse it. I wish there was stuff I didn't say.
Okay. So that works too.
Because, like, you know, I've come so intensely at my agents with like ambition, and I've said this, and we can do this, and we can do this. And then they just get turned off. They don't want me to think, you know, my old agents. And they're like, just, you know, go out here and be a puppy and audition and go away. And I think like, oh, I showed too much of myself. I was like, oh, I thought we were in this together. We're a creative entity. So I think I say too much. But I don't, because I like it. But, you know, what's our job? We read the room. That's all. But yeah, I mean.
But then you wouldn't be your authentic self. So
I would. But again, honestly, there's certain things in my career, in my life, and I've had some regrets on. But since the last 5 years, everything is so weird and the business is so changed. And I'm like, we would have ended up here no matter what.
Yep.
We're all here.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. Even if you got 50 million in the bank or 200,000 or $200, everybody's kind of in the same boat of like, what are we going to do here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because we're having an existential crisis, not just in our business, but as a species. Like,
I think so.
100%. Like, AI's coming.
Yeah.
People don't want to be honest about it.
Yeah.
The studios like money.
Yeah.
They just shut down the CBS. They were going to expand. I think that project halted. Production is down 25%.
A lot. Yeah.
And people are like, well, you know, like, let's go strike. I'm like, for what? Like, it's like, you no offense, but the video games, there was something in the strike contract that they allowed AI. And I'm like, ooh, that's the tiny bit of the window that it needs for people to realize how it's going to come in. So I think we're all doing sets last week at the factory, closing the show out on a Tuesday. I was like, I'm happy.
I know, because we get to, because I don't
That's
know.
all we got to do.
And listen, the thought of a robot getting on stage and doing stand-up, it makes me want to jump in the ocean.
And it will be funny.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's like this. It's like when you go, there's brands.
Yeah.
Right? When you go, there's certain brands of I don't know. Let me try to think of something. Like, there's a certain Hawaiian bread. You know that brand? King's Hawaiian.
Oh, the rolls? Yeah.
That's the only Hawaiian I can really eat.
I don't know anybody else who makes the rolls like that.
No, but there are other Hawaiian bread brands. So what I'm saying is we gravitate towards it. So people that love your flavor are going to gravitate you. It's just the way it's going to be. There are going to be robots, though. I tell people this.
You think they're gonna do stand up?
1,000%. 1,000%. Think about this.
Do you want to go see a robot do stand up?
They're not going to look like a robot. They're going to look like a person.
No, I know, but they're gonna say, back in the days when my assembler put me together, I had hardship because when they put my knee on wrong and my leg was backward. What the f- are they gonna say? I get mad. So
You
I
get mad. But
you
you know what? It's like reality TV, going back to that. When that started happening, people were like, well, who are these people? And it just made its own window. Did it take away from sitcoms? No, sitcom actors are in sitcoms.
They became the sitcoms.
But yeah, but they do. The biggest thing is distraction.
Yeah.
Eyeballs.
It became because Run's House was a sitcom.
100%.
The mama, the daddy, the kids.
100%. That's a great call, by the way.
Okay.
That's a deep cut because that's so true. But it was. They took him. They took a side of his life that a lot of people didn't know, and they made it a sitcom. And it was great.
And it's cheaper to make, and then you don't have to follow certain rules. I'm gonna tell you something about AI in a minute, but I want to ask you this question. So I'm gonna share a story with you, and I'm gonna ask you if this person should have said it or if they should have kept it. It's called should have kept that. I was at a party for my husband's company. My boss's wife and I started doing shots. One thing led to another, and we started talking about our marriages. And I told her that my husband told me that she and her husband have sex once a month. She was mortified. I didn't realize what I had done until I was in the car on the way home. I wanted to get ahead of it and told my husband, and he cussed me out. Should I have kept that?
Did she told somebody that she has sex once a month, or someone told her?
No, she was drinking with her boss's wife, with her husband's boss wife, and when they
She put her husband on blast?
she put the other people on blast because the husband told her. And so she was like, I heard y'all only have sex once a month.
To the person she was talking to?
Yeah.
She should have kept that.
She should have kept
She
it.
shouldn't have said that.
They were homies. They were doing shots. Vanessa, why did you do this?
I'm not married.
But she said it in front of a group of people.
Huh?
Is this a personal story?
No. They're all personal.
Wait, so somebody was talking to somebody and told a group of people that the person told them that they only have sex once a month.
She told the woman, I heard you only have sex once a month. How does that go? And then the lady was up like, oh my God, I can't believe my
Yeah, that's personal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now I want you to say it with your chest, Jamie. This is it's our lightning round. And I'm just gonna ask you some questions and then you answer. Smash or pass, deep sea diving.
Pass.
Would you rather novels or movies?
Movies.
How old were you when you were in your first movie?
23.
Oh, wow. Fight or flight, 3 Chucky dolls. Are you fighting or are you fleeing?
Flight.
What would you say to your favorite teacher? If you could say anything, what would you say?
I mean, the basic thing would be thank you, but I would say I appreciate you pointing me in the right direction.
Aw, that's very nice. What do you have going on? What's coming up?
I do my pod. Hate to break it to you. I do about once a week. I do a show.
Where can people catch that?
Oh, go. My podcast, just go on my YouTube, Jamie Kennedy. I do a show on Sirius. I guest host sometimes on Jeff Lewis Live on Sirius XM. I also do a game show. Hopefully, we're coming back very soon called Funny You Should Ask, which I love doing. I did a movie called Wingman, and we're having a premiere in Toronto in the beginning of May at a festival. So I'm excited. And
which festival? The TIFF?
It's a new festival.
Okay, because TIFF is in September.
You have to put it in. But it's a new comedy festival.
Oh, nice! Yeah. Congratulations.
So, but I'm out here just like everybody.
I love it. He was like, I was auditioning for movies for $10 million. I'm out here like everybody.
No. Well, I meant with the budget.
No, I feel
the budget.
Well, yeah, man, I auditioned for a movie where the budget was $37.
Yeah, no, I've done those too, but did that come off like that? No, but now movies are either one movie You do. I know you do jokes. No, the now movies are 200 million.
Yeah, no,
and they make one.
And they make one, and the same 5 people over and over again.
But I'm telling you, I am out here. We're all out here. We're all having to be Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
We all had 10 jobs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. I'm trying to figure out what my TikTok hustle is going to be because
you got to keep posting. Keep posting.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What's your social media handle? Tell them. Because
at the Jamie Kennedy on Instagram, but Jamie Kennedy everywhere else. But you can go to my website and find it all. JamieKennedy.com.
Jamie.
Tour. I'm be on tour too.
Nice.
You know, I'm going in Off the Hook. You ever play Off the Hook?
Yes.
Boca Black Box. Ever since I turned 50, I'm doing a lot more Florida.
Don't get caught. Don't get stuck.
Hey, I don't mind it.
They're leaving there in numbers. I don't know if you know, but people are leaving Florida in numbers. Like it's
really?
Yes, they're leaving in numbers.
Well,
it's also very crowded, but my family's there, so
more open golf courses then.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's been too long.
I know. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you being here on another episode of Say What You Mean. We want to invite you to follow us on social media at SWYM Pod on all social media platforms. If you are listening, please hit the subscribe button if you're on Spotify or Apple. If you are watching, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to give us your rating and your review. And we will see you next time on Say What You Mean.